Welcome back to Akone Informapedia, your go-to channel for simplifying complex topics. I'm your host, Dr. Ashok Rathur, and today we're diving into an important legal and environmental update, an Office Memorandum, OM, issued by the Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change on 15 April 2025. This OM addresses a stay imposed by the Honorable Supreme Court of India on two key documents related to the Environmental Impact Assessment Notification 2006. Let's break it down step by step so you can understand its implications. The story begins with two documents. First, a notification dated 29 January 2025, which amended Item 8 of the Schedule of the EIA Notification 2006. Second, an Office Memorandum dated 30 January 2025, clarifying how the amendments would be implemented. These changes were introduced after the Kerala High Court granted liberty to the Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change in March 2024 to amend Item 8 of the EIA notification. However, the Supreme Court intervened in February 2025, imposing a stay on both documents until further judicial review. So, what does this mean? Let's start with some background context to understand why this is significant. The EIA Notification 2006 regulates developmental projects requiring environmental clearance. It categorizes projects into Category A, which needs central-level clearance, and Category B, which requires state-level clearance. Item 8A covers building and construction projects, while Item 8B deals with townships and area development projects. Under the original framework, if these projects are located in environmentally sensitive areas, like near national parks, sanctuaries, or critically polluted zones, they are elevated to Category A for stricter scrutiny. In March 2024, the Kerala High Court allowed the Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change to amend Item 8 after following due process. This was likely in response to concerns about balancing environmental protection with developmental needs. However, the notification dated 29 January 2025 sought to modify thresholds, procedures, or exemptions for these projects. The Office Memorandum dated 30 January 2025 clarified how these changes would apply. But then came the Supreme Court's intervention. In Vanashakti versus Union of India, the court imposed a stay on both the notification and the Office Memorandum. This means any changes to the regulatory framework are on hold until further judicial review. Now, let's interpret the Office Memorandum and its key takeaways. The Supreme Court's stay renders the notification and Office Memorandum unenforceable. This reverts the regulatory framework to the pre-amendment provisions of the EIA Notification 2006. Any relaxations or exemptions proposed in the stayed documents are no longer applicable. The original EIA notification specifies that general conditions elevate Category B projects to Category A if they're in sensitive areas. For example, projects under 8A, building projects greater than or equal to 20,000 square meters, and 8B, townships greater than or equal to 50 hectares located within 10 kilometers of protected areas require central-level clearance. The stay ensures that these stringent rules remain in place, protecting vulnerable regions from unchecked development. To understand the bigger picture, let's connect the dots between the Kerala High Court's ruling and the Supreme Court's stay. The petitioners in One Earth, One Life likely argued that Schedule 8A and 8B projects were inadequately regulated, especially in eco-sensitive zones, leading to environmental degradation. The Kerala High Court's liberty to amend aimed to refine the regulatory framework, possibly balancing development and conservation. However, the Supreme Court's stay reflects caution, ensuring no irreversible changes occur without thorough review. Until the Supreme Court decides, here's what stakeholders need to know. Projects in sensitive areas will continue to be treated as Category A, requiring MoEFCC clearance. This ensures stricter oversight for large-scale developments in vulnerable regions. Any relaxations proposed in the stayed notification, like exempting certain projects or simplifying clearance processes, are not applicable. Developers must adhere to the original EIA notification, 2006. Authorities must process applications based on the pre-29 January 2025 framework. This may delay projects that anticipated relaxed norms but ensures continuity in environmental safeguards. To sum up, the Office Memorandum dated 15 April 2025 is a procedural response to the Supreme Court's stay order. It ensures that the amendments to Item 8 of the EIA Notification 2006 are not implemented, preserving the original applicability of general conditions to Schedule 8A and 8B projects. This stay underscores the judiciary's role in safeguarding environmental governance. Until further orders, the regulatory framework reverts to the EIA Notification 2006, ensuring continuity in environmental protections for building and township projects. Thank you for watching Akone Informapedia. Stay informed, stay responsible, and we'll see you in the next episode.